Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Hey YouTube, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is your Geek Out for Tuesday, May 29th, 2012. Remember, we are being sponsored by GoToAssist, and if you have to manage computers across your enterprise remotely from one location, your location, wherever you happen to be, check out GoToAssist.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo. I talked about it briefly last week, but Yahoo Access browser has been officially reviewed by LockerGnome.com. The wait is over. Now you can read the review if you haven't already downloaded the app for yourself. Do you use texting slang? I am definitely guilty of using texting slang. Not for sexting or anything like that. And even if that was the case, I certainly wouldn't admit it on YouTube. Technology promoting creativity. Why Instagram is so darn magical. It's quite a handsome devil, don't you think? I've left it to you whether or not I'm going to keep this lip brow or shave it. I didn't quite understand the point of Instagram when I first found out about it. I'm like, well, why don't I just upload the photos directly to Flickr or to Facebook or Twitter? Well, it has made it simpler and faster, and even though Instagram is still replete with a handful of bugs, like I can't post to Facebook properly and the email function still doesn't work, it's still pretty much the simplest photo sharing application I've ever used. And I'm posting fun stuff to my Instagram account, so if you want to follow me there, I'm Chris Pirillo. I mean, I am Chris Pirillo, but that's my username on Instagram. Am I the only one using Instagram? What can game developers learn from Minecraft? When Diana and I were visiting a coffee shop the other day, we noticed a kid, like maybe 6 years old, was playing Minecraft on a laptop PC. I guess this is something that is interesting beyond gaming. I mean, I know 6-year-olds love to game, but there's the creative aspect of Minecraft that I think has made it work so well within the community of gamers. Yeah, Minecraft is a game, but it's also not a game. You can take this environment and make it what you want to make it, so long as you're playing within the parameters of the tools and the objects and everything combined together with your creativity. And even if you're not a fan of Minecraft, there are a lot of people who are. What game developer wouldn't want to tap into that? I'd tap into that. Will Microsoft's Tellme bring us closer to true voice recognition technology? I'm still not a fan of voice recognition. Yes, it's fun to play around with, but I've never been in a situation where I needed to rely on my voice to get something done. I've used Siri on the iPhone, as have many of you. I've used voice dictation software on the desktop, and it's a gimmick at this point. It's very reminiscent of like 3D technology. Yes, it's fun, but to get some serious work done, I'm just not really a huge fan of voice recognition.
Maybe I'm the only one who doesn't like voice recognition software. Maybe it's just that I don't like my voice.
We have a question from LockerGnome.net. What is the best BitTorrent client for Mac? I've always been a fan of MuTorrent from the very beginning. And if I want to download something that's available through, a BitTorrent connection, like a Linux distribution, that's the client I use. And it's cross-platform, so don't feel like you're left out because you don't use a Mac. HW Lights 92 asks, how many digital photos do you have on your computer or phone? On my computer, probably numbers in the thousands, but I've been saving digital photos going all the way back to when I was using a Mavic FD7. And if you look these things up, they were cameras, digital cameras that used floppy disks, the 3.5-inch floppy disks, as removable media. And believe it or not, those, to me, were the most convenient digital cameras in the day. On my phone, on average, I don't keep a lot of photos there. Most of the photos that I have stored are virtual in my accounts, whether I'm talking about Instagram or possibly on Facebook. I probably don't keep track of digital photos as much as I used to when, I guess, I didn't have these social media services to rely on. In my camera roll right now, I have 33. In my photo stream, 384. My photo library, almost 2,000. And that's not even all the digital photos I have. Fish on LockerGnome.net asked, would you get the same Mac again? Well, I guess that depends. If the Mac was good, yes. I mean, you could easily ask the question, would you get the same phone again? Would you get the same PC again? It really depends on how good the product was. And in all actuality, that's really what matters. What you think of the product, not necessarily what I think of the product. What would keep you from getting the same product again? If it sucked! I've been lucky, insofar as none of the Macs that I've purchased have sucked. PCs, on the other hand, that's a different story. Have another question here. Does anyone actually use Chrome OS? In the news today, it's interesting to note that new Chrome boxes and Chromebooks have been released. The price is still, I think, a little overpriced for Chrome and what they offer. I mean, Chrome OS is nice, especially with the updates that they've made in recent builds, but I don't really use it beyond using it inside a virtual machine. There's nothing wrong with Chrome OS, but I would really want to use it more on a tablet rather than a traditional laptop or desktop computer. That's just me. From the news, Amazon Instant Video now available on Xbox 360 with access to your video library and Prime Instant Video. That's good news, especially if you have an Xbox, and I do happen to own a few Xboxes in my house. I would really want to see Amazon allow us to access our library from iOS. I mean, you can access your Kindle library of ebooks from iOS devices. Why don't they make instant video available too? Maybe they will. Microsoft at work on meshing its products with Skype. Let it be. Don't Microsoft it to death, please. Because then the next thing you know, Skype is going to be metroed everywhere. And I don't know if Skype would work well on the desktop in a metro experience. Sprint plans to shut Nextel network as early as June 2013. I didn't even realize Nextel still had customers. Windows 8 release preview leaks out ahead of official debut. The good news is Windows 8 is coming. The bad news is they really haven't changed much since the consumer preview. Matt Ryan asks on LockerGnome.net, what popular diets have you tried? I'm currently in weight loss mode as well. I've been losing about 1 pound a week, which is the healthy way to do it, by the way. And I'm happy enough with the way I've been doing it. And that is just watching how many calories I take in on a daily basis. DJ Scooby-Doo asks, is making your PC look like a Macintosh legal? I can't imagine making anything look like something else being illegal, so long as you weren't turning around and selling that product as something that it wasn't. If you're just doing it for yourself, I don't think there's an issue with that. OneWorld87 on YouTube asked, what's your opinion of Google search by image? I love it. When I want to discover who created an image, like the person who made it, not just the person who ripped it off and used it without getting permission or giving credit, I right-click the image with this Google Chrome extension and then search for it by Google Search by Image. It works amazingly well. The Creeper on YouTube asked, how long have you been collecting Lego and how many times have you stepped on one at night? I keep a clean house. I haven't stepped on a Lego brick since I was a child, and even though I had Lego bricks as a child, I didn't really collect them until recently. And speaking of Lego, someone sent me this werewolf minifig, and I don't know who. I don't remember ordering this, but thank you very much. I didn't have it in my collection. Amy Abaj on Twitter asked, Chris Pirillo, any thoughts about the Cisco tablet? I didn't even know Cisco had a tablet. NorthStarZoka on YouTube asked, I have a question I can't seem to find an answer for. What's the best and fastest DNS server for Australia? Currently, I'm using Google OpenDNS server, and it's pretty slow. Well, you may try OpenDNS. There's an alternative. Check out Namebench. It's an open source program you can download right now from Google's code repository. You run the utility on your computer and it will test against a variety of DNS servers and tell you which one's the fastest for you. Admit it, I look like the guy who just showed up at your doorstep to fix your cable with this mustache thing. Well, I wouldn't fix the cable with the mustache. I look funny with the cap. It's a great cap, though. Facebook.com/Modus is where you should go to participate in today's Geek Stakes. We're giving away a freeloader Pico. This is a device that will charge your devices using solar power. And you never need this until, of course, you need it. This is a good device to travel with. And as long as it's sunny, I'm in luck today. Then you can get the charge that you need to charge the other devices that you need to use. It's kind of a whole circle of life thing. Thanks again to both Modus and ThinkGeek for helping us celebrate Geek Pride Day yet another year. El Ramos15 on Twitter asked, Chris, I watch all your vlogs. I was wondering what the difference is between a wireless G router and a wireless N router. Well, first of all, thanks for watching the vlogs. Second of all, the big difference is speed. Imagine this is G and this is N. Higher is better. Go N if you can. Kev J Productions on Twitter asks, Chris Pirillo, what's up, buddy? I'm looking to overclock or speed up my Mac performance. MacBook 2.06 gigahertz with 2 gig of RAM. Help! You're trying to overclock your Mac? What do you think this is, a PC? In all seriousness, if you want a faster computer, eliminate your bottleneck. And the bottleneck most likely is your storage. Go from a hard drive to a solid state drive, and you'll be so much happier. Dude, that is an amazing screensaver. It looks like... We'll see you later. It's almost like I'm in camouflage here, since I'm wearing red and the curtains are red and the screensaver's red. Never mind. I'm getting it! Oh, suddenly I have an audience?